make. All right. So last time we left everybody, there was a couple seconds left in the game, and we were down by 9, and we're like, all right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Dude, what the hell happened after we got off there? Bertans almost made a 4-point play that would have made this game even closer. He made 2 of the free throws, so we could have put up 2 more points there and
We
cut it
could
to
have.
2. We had it down to 1 possession, not for long, but Embiid kept knocking down his free throws. But we were like right there, dude. We were.
I mean, I gotta say is that I was shook last night by the way these guys played in the last 90 seconds of the game.
It was so
Mark and I were
inspirational.
talking just before we got on here, and I said to Mark, I said, man, we got off too early. We got off way too early. We almost missed a big game. And I was like, one of these people, they're going to miss one of these games because that was our warning shot. Down by 9 with 1 minute to go, 1 minute and 30 seconds to go is not enough space to beat the Thunder. And when you play a team like the 76ers that got a bench, that has the structure in there that is there to finish games, that's great. But when we play against a team that's not ready to finish games, that does not have finishers out there like Embiid hitting the free throws, then we're going to be running up against a team that we can beat in the last 90 seconds, even down by 9. And that's the beautiful thing I just learned.
Yeah, honestly, I think we're kind of tired. You know, holidays and distractions and a million things going on right now. But we kind of checked out right at the end. But there were some things that happened special that even without the win, we should have celebrated, and I kind of feel guilty about that. So let's celebrate it now. Well,
yeah,
obviously,
man,
Shai and Chet both put up 30-point games.
Yeah, sick, bro. Second time this season.
Shai had 3 steals, and I think Chet had 3 blocks.
2 steals and 3 blocks. Yep.
I have this sense of like a special thing happening right now. That's really impossible to define. A rookie going out there and putting up 30 points and having a teammate he's putting up 30 points with. Kind of gets me a little Tim Duncan, Dave Robinson vibes. Can you think of another example where there's 2 guys who could put up 30 in a game and one of them was a rookie?
I mean, yeah. There's been a couple times throughout the history of the game that we've been able to see 2 players like this be on the same team. But let me just say this is that the last time I seen a post player and a guy that's 6'6" that can play shooting guard, point guard, small forward, whatever. I got to go back just a few years, not too crazy. But I got to go back to the Los Angeles Lakers and Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal. And that to me is where this team is heading. And I think that's what is so exciting is that people are like, oh, well, you can't compare Kobe and Shai, and you can't compare Chet and Shaq. They're different times in their lives. You're right. But do I think that Chet is going to impact the game like Shaq did throughout his career, like, mid-20s? Yeah, I do, actually. I think Chet is going to be that dominant of a player. Do I think that Shai can be a scorer like Kobe was during that time and that run? Hell yeah, I do. Do I think that they can win 3 championships together? Fuck yes. So where does that put this team? Chet, Shai, Shaq, Kobe? I mean, come on, guys.
What was stopping Chet from going for 40 last night?
Straight up, 32 minutes of play.
I mean, he's
never going to get 37, 40 minutes a game in this season. That's just not his game,
Yeah, I mean, but like, even with that, you don't see like this element of Chet that says, we should start putting a cap on his game.
Do you know how many threes he shot last night?
Tell me.
11.
So when you look at it,
have you seen a rookie anywhere close to 7 foot ever shoot 11 three-pointers? And not
what
just
percentage did he shoot?
He shot just under 50%, 5 for 11.
I mean,
bro, this is insane.
So this comes back to something I was saying the other day, or really I'm just copying what I heard Coach say, which was it comes down to how we as a team figure out how to use him.
That's it.
I mean, like, we don't know what he's capable of, but he goes out there against the MVP, the reigning MVP, and goes toe-to-toe in every sense of the way. Yeah, like, we were outmatched in the sense
Mhm.
of their role players are professional journeyman role players, and our
Yeah,
role players are figuring out how to take punches from big bullies. And I think we figured out how to stand in there by the end. But we felt the same thing against the Nuggets. Like these teams are at their peak of their game, and they know what they have to do to a young team, and they
sure.
crack the boards hard, and it's extremely frustrating to play with them against them. They get calls because they're respected, and we
Yep.
don't because we're not. But in the end, what Chet and what Shea did, going toe to toe
Mm.
with that team, you mix in a little J. Will, you mix in some Isaiah Joe, and you just like you want to give the team a hug, man. I have a sense that this. I told you before we came into this little stretch that the Sixers game made me the most worried. I think you can see why. Now we have some really tough games coming up, but for me, what I really feel like is this team is about to enter a new phase of being locked in.
Hmm.
Like this loss is going to push us to the tapes. They're going to push us in practice. We're going to come back. We have 2 days before the next game, and we're going to come out a different level, not just than what we've played all season, but a
Yeah.
different level than any other team in the NBA. We're ready to take that next step. I know it. I see it in these guys, and when they do, there's glimpses like nobody can stop us except
Yeah.
for ourselves.
Well, I want to talk about the differences in the game to why I feel like we lost this game. All right. And there's two reasons that are the main factors in why we lost the
Okay.
game. One, let's go for easy picking. Embiid shot 21 free throws on the night. Our team shot 26 free throws on the night. That's unacceptable when they shoot 47 free throws. They shot more free throws than 3-pointers, guys. Like the refs just handed them the fucking game. We lost the game by 4 points, and we missed 3 of our 4 free throws in the fourth quarter. Fucking unacceptable. So there's certain things that we need to do better right there. Free throws is one of them. Second of all, J-Dub in this game scores 25 points. 25 fucking points. Dominates the boards, dominates everything. We win this game by 20 points, my opinion, 20 points if J-Dub plays. And I want to make sure I reiterate that J-Dub is a difference maker, and we're seeing what happens when we don't have J-Dub in the game. And that is the two reasons I felt we lost last night. We,
But
we
I
can
will.
say offensive boards, but guys, we only lost the offensive boards by like 3 or 4 offensive boards. You know, that to me was a non-factor in this game. There was too many other glaring issues, and those are the two ones I saw.
As much as this, like not having J Dub absolutely did affect the game, how we learned that J Dub was capable of doing what he was last year, right, was because when guys went down, he stepped into the role. And there's other guys that need to step up. We've seen big moments from big players, bench players coming in big moments. I think that there's more on that bench than we can go to. Coach Dagnall is digging deep. He's giving Usman Jang moments. He's giving guys opportunities who have been proving themselves in practice. But right
Mm,
now, you know, Kaysen started the game, and then Jay Will started the second half. I think
yeah.
that kind of says something like about the search without J Dub. If we can fill that hole while J Dub's gone, then we'll be a better team for it.
Well, speaking of better team, you know why I know we're a better team? I know we're a better team is because our home record is 5-4.
Yeah.
We've lost 5 games, guys. 4 of those losses have come at home. If we're a better away team than we are a home team, eventually we're going to figure out how to win home games and use that crowd as an advantage. And when that happens, it's fucking over. It's
Yeah, I
over.
mean, look at who we've lost to at home. We lost to the Warriors when, with a really great shot by Steph that was, cheated by Draymond there, but whatever, we'll drop that one. We lost to the Nuggets, the champs, opening night. Now we've lost to the Sixers, who have the MVP. So those are 3 of the losses that you can look at and say, like, absolutely, we are playing elite teams, and we're going toe-to-toe with them. And I
Pelicans is
feel
the
like,
other one, man.
yeah, the Pelicans one hurt for sure, but we know, like, from the play-in, the Pelicans are a good team, and they had something to prove after we knocked them out at their home last year. But I just feel like this is such a great growth opportunity because we don't know
Hell yeah,
where
it
this
is.
is going to go. We don't know who's going to step up next. We don't know who's going to figure out how to play in this moment at the as the noise gets louder. But
Yeah.
like sometimes distractions, like we say this all the time, man. Like pressure in this postseason, especially, can do 2 things, man. It can bring your team together, or it can cause them to splinter. And right now, there's so much noise going on There's so many distractions, and this team is gonna find a way to band together in a deeper way than they could have ever if they just were off, hanging out and doing whatever. So this time for the next month is so critical. If we can keep our head above water as this goes on, we're gonna find a way to catch some momentum, and the wind will
Yeah.
be at our back, in 2024. And I'm really fucking pumped up about that.
Yeah, and right now, like the way that we finished the game last night, it tells me the heart, the passion's there, the desire to win. The coaching staff was on fleek last night. These guys are ready to go. So for me, I'm looking at this and saying, why can't it be this year? If injuries don't happen and everybody can stay healthy, why can't it be fucking this year? This team is good enough. We've seen what happens when this team plays against the best in the NBA, and the 76ers is one of the best teams. I'm serious. I'm circling them, and I'm saying they're the contender for the East. If it's going to be another team from the East, you got to look at the Celtics, but it's those two teams in the East that I think they're going to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. And if we're doing that to an Eastern Conference team, scoring 120-something points on them, Chet's going off on them, Shai's going off on them, like, you got to take a step back and say, okay, this team's for real. This team, the 76ers, is a great defensive team, and we just carved their asses up. And I think that's one of the things that I get excited about in the future of this team.
So I'll ask you, because based on, what I think I have observed from the league, what's it going to take? Because for me, like, if Chet gets to the point where he can play like he did last night, game in and game out, like, yeah, it could be this year. So what's it going to take for Chet to get to the point where he can average, say, 24 points a game?
What's it going to take? 30 minutes a game. If he can put 30 minutes a game out there, then he's going to be able to put up 24 points a game. This young man is ready to go, man.
But, okay, as rookies go, consistency is the hardest element. So, like, you think he's already ready to be that level of consistent?
I'm not only... dude, if I was Sam Presti and if I was Coach Mark, I would be saying this at this moment. Give him the ball, put him in for 30 minutes a game, because I trust it. I trust the process. I trust the stuff that's happened. And if you look at what J-Dub's able to do on a regular basis and how he was able to dominate last year, why wouldn't Chet be able to do the same? We're past that 10-game mark. That 10-game mark is strictly there to see what your player can do. Okay, you can do more. Here's the ball more.
Yeah.
Do more shit.
Yeah.
Shoot 5 for 11 from 3-point range. Like, do whatever the fuck you want now. Chet, you've got it, buddy. It's your basketball. It's your court. And guess what? Chet goes off for 33, and Shai has a quiet night for 31. Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Like, do we even know how good this team is going to be when it's all clicking? We don't. So anybody that's out there saying, no, you guys are too early. You guys are too early saying that this team could be special this year and could win something. Too early, my fucking ass. Wake up, smell the coffee, and recognize one thing, guys. This Oklahoma City Thunder team is for real. And all the distractions that are around the team right now and seeing what they did last night to keep focused should tell you one fucking thing. Don't turn off the TV. Stay tuned. And whatever you do, don't bet against this Oklahoma City Thunder team.
Bada bing, bada boom. See you next time.